All right, let's jump right into this explainer and uncover some financial secrets from the ancient world that, honestly, are just as powerful today as they were 6,000 years ago. I mean, if you've ever felt like you're just constantly grinding but never actually getting ahead, well, you're about to hear exactly why that happens, and more importantly, how to fix it. Let's kick things off with a massive question. It's one that haunts so many of us, right? We work hard every single day, but we just feel like we can never catch a break. Why in the world do some people seem to effortlessly build wealth, while the rest of us sweat from dawn until dusk, literally just to survive? Babylon presents us with the ultimate paradox. On one hand, you have the wealthiest city in the ancient world. We're talking unbelievable treasures, massive high walls, engineering marvels like the Hanging Gardens. But then, on the other hand, its hardest working citizens had absolutely nothing to show for all their labor. They suffered from what was known back then as a lean purse. Today, we're going to break down Arkad's famous 7 cures for a lean purse. The lean purse problem: pay yourself first, make your gold multiply, protect your treasures, invest in your future, and increase your earning ability. We are pulling these incredible insights directly from George S. Clason's 1926 classic, The Richest Man in Babylon. This book basically invented the entire modern blueprint for personal finance, and it does it by wrapping this timeless advice inside these really engaging ancient parables. Section 1. The Lean Purse Problem. We meet Bansir. He's a masterful chariot builder, and his best friend Kobe is this highly talented musician. Now, Bansir and Kobe represent the ultimate modern frustration. These guys are highly skilled, they do everything right, they work incredibly hard, but they are still completely broke. They're literally feeding their families sour goat's milk and porridge while being completely surrounded by absolute luxury. Bansir perfectly captures a feeling that is just so incredibly relatable today. Living in a prosperous society, but personally struggling just to get by. The money simply flows right through their hands to everybody else. Bansir has this stark realization that they've spent half a lifetime laboring, but to actually experience the joys of wealth, they have to literally just dream about them. Which leads us right into Section 2, pay yourself first. This is the absolute golden rule. It was passed down from a wealthy moneylender named Algamish to a young Arkad, who, by the way, would later become the richest man in Babylon. And it all comes down to this single number. You absolutely must save a minimum of 10%, or 1/10, of everything you earn. I want you to really let this quote sink in for a second. A part of all you earn is yours to keep. Really think about that. If you're paying the sandal maker, the butcher, and your landlord, but you aren't paying yourself, you are essentially just a slave working for your food and clothes. You're paying everybody else in the city except you. Arkad brilliantly compares this 90-10 split to an egg merchant. Imagine you put 10 eggs into a basket every single morning, but you only take 9 out each evening to eat. What's going to happen? Eventually, that basket has to overflow. It's a universal law. By taking out just 9 parts of your income to live on, your purse is going to immediately start to fatten. So this brings us to the first 2 cures combined, saving that 10% and then ruthlessly controlling and budgeting the remaining 90%. See, Arkad warns us about a really dangerous trap. What we call our necessary expenses will always grow to equal our income if we let them. You have got to stop confusing your actual essential necessities with your casual desires. Section 3, make your gold multiply. This is where we discover the absolute magic of compound interest. There's the story of a farmer who leaves 10 pieces of silver with a moneylender for his newborn son. Because that farmer diligently reinvests the interest, or the rental fee, that initial sum multiplies almost 17 times over 50 years. Think of it like this. Every gold piece you save is a worker. It's a tiny employee that labors for you, and its children will work for you too. That is exactly how you build an income stream that keeps flowing whether you're working, sleeping, or traveling. Section 4, protect your treasures. Now, Arkad actually shares a super painful personal failure here. He saved up for an entire year, right? And then he gave all his money to a brickmaker who was traveling abroad, hoping this brickmaker would buy some rare jewels that they could sell for a huge profit. Well, unsurprisingly, you really shouldn't send a guy who makes bricks to go evaluate diamonds. The Phoenicians scammed him with bits of glass, and Arcad lost everything. The lesson here is brutally simple. Only seek financial advice from experts who actually have experience handling money. You have to protect your principal from risk. Section 5. Invest in your future. Arcad strongly advises buying the roof over your head. Stop paying exacting landlords and own a home where your family can actually thrive. It lowers your overall cost of living and directs your hard-earned income toward a real asset. On top of that, you have to provide in advance for your old age and protect your family for when you're no longer around to provide. It's all about setting up permanent, rock-solid systems of security. Section 6. Increase your earning ability. To earn more, you have to learn more, period. You need to start treating yourself as your single greatest asset. Vague desires like, oh, I want to be rich, they just don't work. You need strong, simple, and extremely definite desires. You've got to perfect your craft, study from the absolute best, and maintain total integrity, like paying your debts promptly. As you perfect your skills, your earning potential is just going to naturally skyrocket. And this leads perfectly into a really fascinating discussion Arcad has with the men of Babylon about the elusive goddess of good luck. I mean, everybody wants to be lucky, right? But Arcad points out that opportunity doesn't just wait around for people who haven't done the groundwork. The men of Babylon come to this incredible conclusion. Luck doesn't just randomly rescue people at the gaming tables or the horse races. Real, sustainable good luck is simply the natural result of preparation meeting opportunity, and then taking decisive action. Luck heavily favors the person who already has their savings ready to go so they can seize a great investment the exact second it appears. In fact, sudden, unearned wealth is almost a curse. The source material highlights that fickle fate usually destroys the people she showers with unearned gold. They almost always become either out-of-control spenders, totally overwhelmed by their appetites, or terrified misers who are too afraid to spend a single coin. It really proves that the daily, gritty discipline of building wealth is what actually teaches you how to keep it. So, the laws of money literally haven't changed in 6,000 years. The only question left is, now that you hold the exact same map to Babylon's wealth, what are you going to do with it today?